Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Catrice, the creator behind Catrice Designs. Today's video we are going to be working on a graduation t-shirt order, and I'm going to be using DTF film, placing it on some t-shirts today, and it's actually for my niece who is graduating from high school next week. So I'm going to be doing the shirts, and I will take you all through the process of how to work with DTF film if this is your first time. So let me reposition the camera and then we can get started. Okay, a few of the supplies you're going to need would be some butcher paper, or this is Teflon paper. So you can use Teflon paper or you can use some butcher paper for your t-shirts to protect the ink from bleeding onto your heat press machine. And then you're going to need some heat press tape. This particular tape that I'm using is the Cricut brand heat press tape, but you can get this off of Amazon or any other craft store. Just get some regular heat press tape. And of course you're going to need your film that you're going to be working with, and a pair of scissors to cut the paper. And then you're going to need some type of lint roller because you want to roll the shirts before you put the film on, just to remove anything that could be on the shirts. So what I am going to do now is get started with cutting the design out. And let me show you. Okay, so this is a 108 inches long and 22 inches wide. So she wanted a design that would cover most portions of the shirt, so I had to make sure that it was enough lengthwise. So when you pick up your film from the printers, it's going to come like this, just on a roll. And I am using the Ninja Transfers because I actually like how vibrant they are. So what you want to do is just go ahead and cut each design off, separating each picture. And what I want to show you, if I can keep this from rolling, you see this here, this little border. You want to make sure you cut off all of that because that will press onto your garments. And you also want to cut off the wording that they have here on the side of the film. So you want to make sure you cut that off. So the only thing you want showing up on your shirt is your actual design that you designed for them to print, because anything else is going to transfer onto your item. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and kind of fast forward the film so I can go ahead and get these cut, and then we will come back on camera and we'll be ready to cut the, we'll be ready to press the shirts. Okay, so I've got everything separated. Each piece is separated. So now what I need to do is go back through them and trim the borders off. So that's this line right here. So I'm going to trim this off so that it doesn't show up, it doesn't transfer onto my t-shirts. And I'm going to try and cut these as straight as I can, so when I go to line them up on the shirts, I won't have to. Sometimes if your paper is cut crooked, it'll make your design you have a harder time trying to line your design up. So I'm going to try and cut these as straight as I can so that I can get them perfectly aligned on each shirt. And I'm doing a total of 11 shirts. And so we'll go ahead and get that going. Okay, so I have all the shirts, which is a total of 11 that she ordered, and I've got them here. So what I'm going to do now is go through and pick out the first one that I'm going to do is the grandma t-shirt, and I'm going to get the size for that one. And I put my sizes in order so that I can just kind of flip through them pretty quickly. And then I'm going to slide these over. Alright, so we've got the shirt, and now what I need to do is I'm going to lint roll it first, and then we will take it to the heat press and press it for about 3. You want to press it for about 3 to 5 seconds, and that will remove the moisture that's in the shirt, and it'll make the transfer hold well. And what I'm doing, the reason that I'm lint rolling it is because sometimes shirts can have those little speckles of, I don't know what they're called, blue dots, fabric, whatever it is. But anyway, you want to lint roll and get all of that out because you don't want anything transferring to your shirt. So now we're going to take this to the heat press, give it a good pressing for about 3 to 5 seconds. And then when we come back, we'll be ready to put the transfer on. And I just have the transfer sitting over here. Let me bring you guys up a little bit. Yeah. So they are stacked right over here. So I can kind of go like an assembly line and get these done pretty quickly. Put this through one more time. The Ninja transfers are a cold peel, so once I take it off the heat press, I'm going to let it cool a little bit before I try and peel them up. Alright, so now that I've got the part, let me get this bottom part a little better. And the heat press that I'm using is the HTV Runt, and it's a 15 by 15 press. All right, so now we are ready to put the transfer on. You want to let this cool a little bit so that the transfer will stick. And my craft table is pretty cold, so it's helping to draw out the heat from the press. All right, so now here comes the fun part, lining this up perfectly straight. So I cut each piece out, and this is what it looks like from the back. It's like a sticky, not sticky, but it's a film right here, and that's what's going to stick to the shirt. And then this is how you the front of the design. So you want to just put it face up, so the design is face up, facing you. And I want to make sure that it is perfectly straight. And this looks good to me, but you know I'm gonna get that measuring tape out. Some people will fold their shirts, press it, and use that center line, but I never really needed to do that. I just kind of like to measure and take it from there. Yep, 4.5. Okay, so now that we have this nicely centered, we want to tape it down so that it doesn't move once we transport it over to the heat press. And then I'm going to hold it up to me and take another look at it, because once you press it, that's it, it's on there. And you don't want to go oops and waste material. All right, so now I'm going to lift it up and take a look at it and see. Oh, that is red. That's going to be so pretty. I like that. Okay. Let you guys take a look. This is before the press. And let me just take one more look. Make sure all the sides are even. That's the last thing you want to do. And send something out and it's all off center. Okay. You know me and my slightly OCD self, gotta measure everything 27,000 times. But so this looks good to me. So I'm gonna take it over to the heat press. And the Ninja Transfers, they come with instructions. So it's telling me to heat it at 300 degrees for 15 seconds using very firm pressure. And then you want to remove the garment and you want to let it cool before you take the peel off. So when it comes from the heat press, I'm going to lay it here, let it cool down, and then take the film off. And then do a second press for about 5 seconds using some Teflon or some butcher paper. So I'm going to head over to the press and we'll be right back. Okay, so this is fresh off the heat press and we're going to do a cool peel. So it is laying down here on my table to kind of bring the heat out of the material. So we start at I always like to kind of start at the bottom. Not that it matters, but that's just my preference. And, ooh, so far so good. Get this heat press tape off. Okay, I'm turning it this way so you guys can see too. Okay. Oh, that's so pretty. And there we have it. So this is what you end up with. Sorry for the noise. So the film, see how it pretty much disappears? So the film will end up looking like that. And this is the shirt. So now what we want to do is a second press. And this time, when we go to the machine, we are going to use the Teflon paper. So you're going to put this back down on your machine. And then you're going to put Teflon paper over it like that. And you're going to press it for, what do they say, for 5 seconds. So the first press was 15 seconds at 300 degrees. The second one is going to be 5 seconds. And you're going to keep it at 300 degrees. So I'm going to do that now and be right back. Okay, so it is finished with the second press. We did that for 5 seconds. And this is what we have. Very nice shirt. So that is it. So now, once I get all the shirts pressed, what I like to do is take my mini heat press and just kind of go through and, I don't know if you can see, iron out these wrinkles right here on the side that just comes from where the shirt was folded in the back. And so I'm going to go ahead and go through the rest of these and get these all nicely packaged up for her. And I'm going to do a couple more on camera. And then I'll kind of raise the camera up so you can actually see me working on the shirts. And then I will come back on camera and close out the video. So stay tuned. Let me reposition the camera. Okay guys, so I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to pop back in and let you guys see, the shirt. I've done 3. This is the 3rd one. 3 already, so I've got a few more to do. I'm going to do those off camera so I can kind of focus and go through them pretty quickly. If this is your first time trying DTF transfers, I strongly suggest trying the Ninja transfers because they are so vibrant in their colors, and I've never had any problems with them. They give off a great transfer. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I know it was kind of quick and a little different than the normal video, but I just wanted to come on camera and show my process for when I use DTF film. If you can, please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and consider subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. And until then, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.